welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a video on how to do a complete cut crease. So as you can see, this is the look I have come up with for today. It is the look that I used in my hair product empties video. You guys really enjoyed it, so I'm going to create this for you. As you can see, I have a new background up. I am in my new beauty room. So this is the first video I'm filming and I'm super excited to be in my new space, my new filming room. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So to start us off, we're going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer as per usual. The first thing I want to say is that when you're doing a cut crease or any eye look in general, you want to start with the eye that you are the least comfortable with, because then when you go to do your good eye, it'll be a lot easier to match the sides together rather than starting with the good eye and then doing the less comfortable eye. So I'm just making sure I'm getting the product everywhere, because if you forget some spots when you're putting an eye primer, you will have some color that will pick up a lot more and show a lot more pigmented than others. So to avoid that issue, I just make sure I put the eye primer everywhere. So now for this video, you're going to want a palette that has neutrals in it. So I am using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1. So to kick off this eye look, I'm going in with the shade MFEO. It is this light kind of brownish beige shade. I'm taking that on the Morphe E22 brush. It's kind of this fluffy brush. And I'm just going to start it in the crease and then just apply it everywhere. This is the main shade that will be throughout the entire crease and a little bit above, so I'm kind of being a little bit messy with it right now. And then you just keep applying that as much as you want until you have the desired shade of pigmentation. So what I do is I kind of just carve out where my crease is, and now that I have the general idea, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to start applying it in kind of a U shape, just to kind of get that winged tail that you have in a cut crease like this. And mine does end up going in my eyebrow a little bit, so I just make do with it. And then now you can just kind of like blend out the color. And then as you can see, we kind of packed on the shade more than in here. So now I'm just going to go and make sure that things are even throughout the entire eye. So now that we have this general shade and shape, the next color we're going to go in with is the color called Silk Cream. So it is a little bit darker than the shade we used previously. And with that, I'm using the Morphe E18 brush. It's kind of like this rounded brush. It just helps get more precision, and because it's more dense, it'll help apply the color and show a lot more pigmented than trying to build it up. So I'm just applying that kind of in the same general areas I put the other color, just to kind of deepen things up a little bit. And then you just want to make sure that you are blending the colors in together. So I got this palette not too long ago, and honestly, I love it. I think the shades in it apply so well, and I know there was a new formulation, but I think it's just very beautiful because I have the new formula, I don't have the old one. And I had watched a couple of videos on it to see like what the main difference was. There were a few shades that were kind of off compared to the original formula, but honestly, I think it's still a really great palette. So now that we have things kind of deepened up a little bit, we're going to go in with one last shade. So for the next step, I'm going to go in with Pooter. It's a little bit darker than the shade we just used, but this one I'm really going to focus it in the crease to really deepen up that part that we're going to cut. For this, I'm using the Morphe E36 brush. Again, it's another like rounded brush, but a lot smaller, so you can really get into more detail with it. So I'm really just sticking to the crease for this color. And then don't forget, you have to blend out the shade into the other ones, but for now I'm just kind of like not packing it on, but putting a good layer of it, put it that way. Alright, so now that we have our general shape that we want to go into, we're looking a little bit crazy, we're going to grab our trusty friend from last week's video, and we're going to go in with that same angled brush. So you're going to cut your crease how we did in last week's video. You're going to just cut it, cut, and then when you get to about here, that's when I'll explain a little bit more for you guys. So now that we have cut until here, you want to make sure that you're not doing your cut crease too high, or else it's going to like go up into your eyebrow and you won't have that nice winged tail. So really just follow where your natural crease ends, right about here. First of all, you're going to want to look at your other eye and just kind of like compare, okay, so we're going to want to go around here. So if I decide I want to start cutting around here, it's going to look like I have a straight line kind of, so you really want to keep like that U type of shape in there. So I don't really have any general tricks for this part, but to really practice and just kind of compare with your other eye, go slowly. So I'm just going to look, and my other one seems to go around this area. So I like to kind of take it from this side and go first, just because I feel like if I go this way, it drags. So that's all you gotta do, is just kind of do like that U shape. And now you can see it's nice and cut, so I'm going to do like last week, apply a little bit of Vaseline on that area. Now we are going to take our Q-tip and just wipe things off. I suggest doing this before you do your general makeup, because now I'm going to have to go in and touch up my foundation and everything because the Vaseline is taking off. But for the sake of the video, I wanted to have my face done for you guys, and now you can just continue cleaning out the rest of the eye area. And like I said, just apply any Vaseline to fallout that is on the lid. It will help get it off and have a nice clean base. So now this is what it looks like. I'm gonna go in with my concealer and just trace what we have done so far, and it'll just, like I said last week, it's just gonna give you a more crisp and precise look. I am going in with the same Luxie 246 packing precision brush, and like I said, you just want to go in with a decent amount of product and just trace where we cut. And I kind of go a bit of everywhere when I'm doing the cut creases. I don't know why. I always start here and then I end up doing the tail and then combining them. There is no real trick of doing that. And then you just bring the excess concealer into the middle part of the lid. And now what I like to do when I come to this part is I grab a little bit more of the concealer, and then I kind of go with the tip of the brush, and I do as if I'm doing a wing liner just to kind of connect the two. And then it gives you a base for when you do the winged liner afterwards. And if you do it before you do the rest of your makeup, you can go in with like a Q-tip and make sure that your line is super straight on the edge if you feel like you need to. So now I'm just going to blend it in with my finger for now to kind of hope it'll go in with the rest of my makeup. So now just to set this, I'm going to go back in with the James Charles Morphe palette, and I'm going to go in with, if I can get it open, I'm going to go in with the white shade and just apply it with my finger. And I have learned from last week's video, I don't know if you guys caught on, and I was accidentally flipping the bird, so I'm not going to do that again. And it was honestly like a genuine mistake. I just always use that finger to put on shadows, but when I was editing, I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And to kind of just help get it more precise here, I go in with the Makeup Forever 228 brush, and I just sweep it on where it's like the more precise parts of it, and I help drag it up and like that. Alright, so now for this part, it's more of like a detailing. You can go out with a half cut crease and a wing liner like this, but I just like to add in a little bit of glitter just to kind of like tie the look together. So this one is the Stila Diamond Dust Liquid Eyeshadow. It's like a very beautiful silver sparkle. So I just take some of that and I apply it on my hand. And then I go in with the JS 14 brush. So it's a small detailing brush. You can kind of like see the point. But anyways, now you're just going to trace what you cut. And for this, you kind of want to go slow because the glitters can go everywhere. I've really enjoyed using these glitters. I can never have like a cut crease without glitter in it. And say if you happen to mess up and like you touch up here or something with glitter, wait for it to dry and then just use a spoolie and like pick it off. And I bring it all the way to what we just cut. So now we have glitter all over. It looks super cute, super girly. Now you can go in with any product that you like to do a wing liner with. For this one I'm using the cream color from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I just create a wing. If you haven't seen my winged eyeliner tutorial, you can go check it out. I'll put it up now. And it helped a lot of people, so hopefully if you're not sure how to do a winged liner, you can go watch that video and it can help you out as well. So as I said, I just like to create a base for my wing liner. It doesn't have to be perfect yet, it just has to be a small line because when you drag the wing back in, you're just going to thicken it out, so that's when you can do all the perfecting of it. So now I'm going to go in and do my wing. And then it's just kind of like a coloring book and you color in your wing. You perfect your lines and you just color it in, taking your time. So there you have your wing. Now I'm going to go in and curl my eyelashes. These are by far my favorite eyelash curlers from MAC. It's way less intimidating and it helps get all the lashes. And this is the Light Camera Lashes mascara from Tarte. It's my favorite mascara and I've tried lots of them. Like just one coat of mascara and I'm like, oh, eyelashes. But I normally go in with 2 or 3 coats just because I like them more thicker, more fuller, longer. Alright, so now I'm just going to let the mascara dry and then it's a matter of putting on a fake eyelash and I'll come back to you. So this is what the final look looks like. So just a couple of last tips. The first thing is start with your bad eye first and then go to your good eye. The second thing is to really go slow with it. Use the Vaseline trick. Do the exact same steps as we did in our demi cut crease until you get to about the end of the eye. Make sure that when you do the tail to put it in a U shape and not just kind of have a straight line. So that means do not cut it too early than where it's supposed to be cut. And just practice. That's how I was able to achieve cut creases, was through a lot of practice, because to get the general U shape was something I had a lot of hard time with. So make sure that when you are applying your eyeshadow, you do give that U type of shape, so it's a general idea of where to cut, and just make sure that you have fun with it. So I hope this tutorial can help you guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys!